Okay, so if you're an MCU fan, your feed has probably been blowing up lately, right? There was this leak of an Avengers Doomsday teaser, and that, combined with a whole bunch of insider reports, has everyone talking about one thing: the future of Black Panther and how T'Challa might actually be coming back.
And yeah, that's really the biggest question on everyone's mind. I mean, after the incredibly beautiful and respectful tribute we saw in Wakanda Forever, the very idea of T'Challa returning seemed, well, impossible. But it looks like Marvel has a very specific and kind of secret plan using the multiverse. So let's break down how this could actually work.
So where is all this coming from? Well, this isn't just one random rumor. It's more like a theory that's been built, piece by piece, from a whole trail of clues that have started to create a surprisingly clear picture.
You know, the dots really started connecting recently. First, we got that leaked teaser footage. Then, almost right after, reports started popping up everywhere about Marvel's plan for a totally new T'Challa, who's going to show up in the next 2 Avengers movies. And all of this is swirling around one name that just won't go away: Damson Idris.
And this quote? It just perfectly explains the whole Damson Idris situation. Remember last year when he was talking a lot about maybe becoming the next Black Panther? And then, poof, complete silence. And as that quote says, that silence is often the loudest confirmation you can get. It usually means the deal's done, and the lawyers have told them to zip it.
So, you take all these clues, you put them all together. What does it all mean? Well, it points to Marvel going back to a playbook they know very, very well, a strategy that's worked for them before.
Here's the most important part of the whole idea. Marvel gets how sensitive and important recasting T'Challa is. So instead of just dropping a new actor into a solo Black Panther 3 and hoping for the best, the plan seems to be to test the waters first. They want to see how we, the fans, respond to a new actor in the role inside a huge Avengers movie, where the pressure on that one character is just a little bit lower. Now, does this whole strategy sound kind of familiar? Because it should. It's the exact same game plan the Russo Brothers used to introduce us to Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa in Captain America: Civil War. You bring the character into a massive team-up, you show everybody just how awesome he is, you get the entire audience hyped, and then you hit them with a massive solo film. They aren't reinventing the wheel here. They're just running one of their most successful plays again.
At the end of the day, this is a business decision. Marvel is taking the safest possible path forward. It's just like hiring the Russos to direct again, or those reports about bringing Robert Downey Jr. back. It's all about minimizing risk and making sure their biggest movies are guaranteed to be huge hits. They're protecting the future of a cornerstone of their entire universe.
Okay, but how can they technically pull this off without just ignoring everything that happened in Wakanda Forever? Well, the answer is the key to this entire phase of the MCU: the multiverse. So before we get into the weeds, just a super quick refresher. A variant is just a version of a character from a totally different universe, right? We saw a bunch of them with Loki, with Spider-Man. It's the central idea of the multiverse saga. So this new T'Challa wouldn't be our T'Challa, magically brought back to life. He'd be a different guy from another reality. So the rumored strategy seems to break down into this simple 3-step plan. Step 1, you introduce this T'Challa variant, probably played by Damson Idris, in Avengers Doomsday. Step 2, you make sure he's a key player and, crucially, that he survives the universe-ending chaos of Secret Wars. And then Step 3, after all the dust settles, you integrate him into the new, reshaped main MCU. And that soft reboot is the real magic trick here. Secret Wars gives Marvel a perfect in-story excuse to completely reshape their universe. They can literally pick and choose which characters and storylines from all over the multiverse get to be in the new reality. This lets them drop this new T'Challa into the main MCU and basically just say, he's always been here, making everything clean and simple for Phase 7.
So, what does this all mean for the Black Panther we have right now, Shuri? And what does the road ahead actually look like? Let's try and clear up the timeline.
Okay, this is a really important point to remember. This plan does not throw away Shuri's journey at all. According to every report, she goes into Avengers Doomsday as the one and only Black Panther of our main MCU, and she stays in that role through both of those massive movies. The T'Challa variant is just a side character from a different universe.
So here's the roadmap. During Doomsday and Secret Wars, Shuri is our Black Panther. Meanwhile, the T'Challa variant is introduced and sort of tested out on the side. But then, after the Secret Wars soft reboot, the whole board gets reset. The plan is for Black Panther 3 to then kick off Phase 7, starring this new, fully integrated T'Challa as the main Black Panther for the MCU going forward.
And all of this brings us to the final and most important question. It's a really delicate balancing act. On one hand, Marvel seems to have found a clever story-based way to keep the iconic character of T'Challa going for a whole new generation, using the multiverse to get around a direct recast. But is this complicated, safest possible plan the right one? That's really the big debate that's going to define the future of Wakanda.